good morning from Fort Lauderdale and the end of the world cruise. Now, this is the first time back in America for 3 months, which means we now have got to do the wonderful part of cruising that everybody loves, the immigration. It is 5:30 and I've got to go through immigration in about 10 minutes. I'm half asleep. Immigration is over. 7:30. It took us 2 hours to get through immigration. Now, immigration is never a fast process. I understand this. American immigration is usually very slow because they're very thorough in their immigration procedures, which is fine. That's the right thing to do. But when you have 900 guests and 2,000 crew, and the US immigration people decide to put like 3 people on, it does take a while. I would never speak ill of our American cousins. However, there wasn't a great deal of urgency here either on behalf of our immigration people. So it took us a long time to clear immigration. Literally, the guy that was serving our line literally disappeared for about 20 minutes twice whilst I was still in the queue. I don't know what requires his attention for 20 minutes at a time. Apparently it was a toilet break, but 2, I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, it's done now. It's 7:30. I can have a brief nap. And then at 11 o'clock, I'm back doing my proper job, ready for embarkation for all of our new guests that are coming on. Very excited to meet some new people today. As much as I'll miss our old World Cruise guests, it's going to be very, very nice to see some fresh faces and yeah, get the word out about our new cruises. Last night, as we sailed into Florida last night, we could see the land in the distance. But on the other side of the ship was the sea, and there was this colossal thunderstorm going on. It was absolutely incredible. The storm, the lightning was that bright, it lit up the whole sea. It was absolutely phenomenal. It was amazing to look at. I spent about half an hour yesterday just watching this lightning storm. It was absolutely phenomenal. I am really tired. I have no idea how I'm going to get through the day. I went to bed last night at about 12. We had an hour back, but I didn't particularly sleep very well. And then, of course, I'm up at 4 or half 4 to be ready for 5:30 to do immigration. I have to, get the cabin ready. I had laundry to do. I left that kind of late, I know. Alejandra had to get up in her uniform. Fortunately, I didn't have to get up in uniform, but she did. So, yeah, we've had about 4 hours sleep. It's going to be a long day today.
8 hours later.
And just like that, today is done. The crazy embarkation day is over, and it went quite well. We left the port on time. There were no immigration issues with the guests. It went quite well. I'm just so tired. I am going to literally lie down, and the second I hit that pillow, I am gone. Yeah, otherwise it was quite, like I said, quite uneventful. The corporate visit did happen. Apparently, a lot of the corporate big wigs were here. John Padgett was here. I didn't see him. My office today was kind of quiet, but it was all about the exposure today. So it was meeting the guests on board the ship. Hello, welcome. I'm your future cruise consultant. So a lot of that went on today. I managed to get a world cruise booking, but generally, like I say, a very quiet day in terms of retail. One of my wonderful guests. So on my last contract, I met a couple. Ray and Sharon, really, really nice people. They've gifted me today a bottle of Prosecco, which is so cool. Such lovely people. I love Sharon, I love Ray. So if you watch my videos, hello. So that was great. One thing I forgot to mention this morning as well, during the immigration, the border control, the customs people had the Sniffer Dogs. And I've never really seen the Sniffer Dogs in action before. So take this little dog around and it sniffs all the hand luggage and the suitcases that come off the ship. And there was one bag this dog took a liking to. It was kind of funny because the dog kept trying to go back to the same bag, even after they identified that it was a bit of a dodgy bag. The dog kept going back to it, so it was a bit comedic to see. I have no idea what was in the bag. I'm pretty sure it was nothing. But yeah, maybe we have a smuggling ring going on board this ship. It's not. I'm pretty sure there's not. I've heard nothing, and this isn't the kind of clientele that are going to be smuggling cocaine across borders on a world cruise. So yeah, I found that kind of amusing this afternoon. As I say, now it's about 8:30. It is time for bed. We are now facing 2 sea days before we hit Cartagena, which is Colombia, which will be the first time in South America for me. Now, this world cruise, I've seen Asia for the first time, I've seen Africa for the first time, and Cartagena is Colombia, which would be South America for the first time for me. Now, the problem I have with that one is that I'm IPM. I can't get off, which is a shame. And I'm not going to count Colombia. I'm not going to count it as me visiting it if I can't get off the ship. Yes, I might physically dock there. I'm not seeing it, not properly, so I don't count that. So it means I'll have to go back to South America one day. I've done now 5 of 7 continents. Yeah, it would be nice to get the 6th one done on the world cruise. So be it. But I suppose we have got another ship. We've got a ship called the Sapphire Princess, which will usually do during its winter season. It will do cruising from Santiago in Chile into Buenos Aires. This sort of beautiful arc around the Horn. And there's a couple of cruises that actually do Antarctica. So if I can maybe get that ship in the future, that'll be the 6th continent and the 7th continent done in one go. So I'm not that gutted about Cartagena. End of the day, if I get the Sapphire as a contract, that's amazing, and if not, I can always book it as a guest. So it's not the end of the world. I will see South America and Antarctica at some point, I'm sure. So goodbye from the Caribbean. That's where we are now. We are transiting. We are in the Caribbean Sea. It is really hot outside. It's not been particularly very warm the past few days as we've crossed the Atlantic, but my gosh, as I got up this morning and went for a walk on the promenade deck, yeah, it was roasting. We're back in warm weather. It's great.